What is going on, Amazon sellers? Happy Friday or happy beginning of the work weekend. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. I hope you're ready for an even better weekend. It's going to be a good one, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a great weekend. So welcome to the live Amazon FBA Seller Ask Me Anything, where I will answer all your questions about Amazon, online arbitrage, Keepa, wholesale, retail arbitrage, you name it, whatever I can help you with. That is my duty while I'm here. And of course, I will bring you a tip every single day to try to help you in your business. Luke, what is going on, man? Glad to see you. Corey, hey, Friday's here and Returnuary is nearly in the clear. Absolutely. We've got 7 sleeps until Returnuary is over. And for those of you who celebrate, I'll probably be throwing out another reminder. I'll probably be throwing out another reminder as we get to the very last day of the holiday. Juan, killer webinars. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I had a good time running those yesterday. Hey, Carrie, what's going on? Chris, it's a great Friday to be a Buckeye. Thanks for hopping in here. And Drew, what is going on? All right, we've got our first question from Instagram, and then I will hop into the tip for today and wait for a few more questions to roll in. But this one comes from Salivated. What a great username. Question: why is Amazon not accepting Target invoices anymore for ungating? Well, I don't know if we can use such a broad stroke when it comes to that question. It's a little loaded. So I have heard of people using them within the past week or so. However, I've also heard that Amazon seems to be clamping down a little bit tighter. Now, this is fairly typical. Okay. Amazon seems to swing the pendulum too far in both directions. All right. So, I mean, there was a time, and everybody probably remembers it not too long ago, where you could get ungated by sending in a picture of Barack Obama, and it didn't have to even be autographed. You just send in his headshot from while he was president that you download from Google Images, and they were letting people in. Now, that was a huge mistake on Amazon's part, although it was pretty awesome. It was nice to be able to get ungated like that. And then we sort of saw it get a little bit more difficult. Now we're seeing that pendulum kind of swing the other direction, or so it seems. And it may get a lot harder to get ungated for a while. And I don't know if that's Amazon trying to control the ebb and flow of, what new sellers can sell or what it is, but it'll swing the other way. Excuse me. All right, let me answer a couple more questions here, and then we'll hop into Keepa for today. GSD, another 5 inches of snow tonight. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Drew found some makeup. Not super familiar with the category. 3 different sources, all the same price. There are multiple listings that show it with a different packaging print, and some show it from how the source looks, but it's the same product, color, size, etc. I'm 100% sure. Is that okay? Listings doesn't say packaging may differ. However, it does seem there is some wide price difference with the look. Well, this one can be a little bit difficult because they might have changed the packaging, and they may have also updated the formula. It's maybe it was a long-lasting formula, and now it's a super long-lasting formula, which means something may have changed. Now, it may just be adding a word to the box, and they may not have done anything inside, but you're going to want to probably dive a little bit deeper. Go look in the reviews, see if anybody popped an image of the box in there, and if it looks like the new one and it was a positive, then maybe you could list on it, and you may be okay. But If people are really looking for, a very particular kind of box because maybe it was a little bit of an older formula that people really liked, then you're going to want to stay away from it. So my first suggestion would be go to the reviews and read through those. Excuse me. All right, couple more here from Instagram. Celevated. I'm a new seller, and it seems everything is gated, and I have to ungate everything, brands and categories. So, as a new seller, this is one of the most difficult things. You are definitely not gated in everything, but what you're really going to need to do is you're going to need to find the 10 or 15 brands that you can sell, get really good at sourcing those, and then get yourself to 15, 20, $25,000 in sales. All right. Show Amazon you're putting in the work, and then you should start seeing things auto ungate pretty easily once you get from there. Amazon skills. I've taken a break from Twitter and just got back on and read a $70 million seller was hacked and their funds were stolen. I have read the headlines. I have not read the story yet. That's actually saved in my reader for later this evening. And so I'm going to learn about that because I'm probably going to make some content about it. I'm curious what happened there. Corey, I have an idea for counter responses to cease and desist letters. I'm going to call it a cease to exist. I love it. I love it. Is it? I've also thought that maybe just taking a Xerox copy and of your middle finger and popping it back in the envelope and then putting return to sender on there would also be one way to do it. Jerry, yesterday's webinar, you showed your Amazon page with the profit calculator and ASIN gadget. Can you share what other apps you use on Amazon for sourcing? I've got a lot of them. I've got RevSeller. I've got Seller Amp. I've got ASIN Gadget. I've got Rev ROI. I've got Coupon or Coopert. Coupon Birds. I'm running a blank. IP Alert. I've got Tactical Expander. I've got a few other. I know that there's a few I'm missing there, but I've got. I really like having tools, and so I spend more money than I probably should on tools. Jay Tyndall, hey, does your money back guarantee for the OA challenge cover us even if we get sick of your Ohio loving mug? Yeah, absolutely. You don't like the way my voice sounds one day. I make one too many Buckeye references. And yes, you can get your money back. You're better than money back. And so here's what he's talking about, guys. If you want to join the OA challenge, which starts this coming Monday, January 27th, it's going to be 14 days long of sourcing, learning, networking, etc. You're going to want to hop in there. You can go to oachallenge.com. Now, we want to de-risk this for you. Okay. It costs $397. We are one of the least expensive Amazon courses that I know of. All right. Sure, there are those $50 ones, but they're not nearly as good as what I've put together here with this 14-day challenge. It's 2 weeks, 7 days a week for 2 straight weeks. Now, if you don't like it, it's not for you, you don't like me, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. We will give you all of your money back in the first 7 days, and we'll give you an extra $50 if you don't like it. All right. So we wanted to take that risk away from you. You can check that out at oachallenge.com. We do get started on Monday. We'll be live at 6:15 p.m. For the first day. Flink, what is count of retrieved live offers? How's it different from buy box eligible offers count? And what should I use to weigh competition? So the count of retrieved live offers is how many offers are on a listing at any one time. And what should you use to weigh competition? None of those, in my opinion. Okay. Because you're not competing against every buy box eligible offer. You're not competing against every retrieved live offer. What you are competing against is the people who are, within maybe 7, 8, 10% of the current buy box price. So if something is $10, you might be actually competing against the people who are, down to 9.99 up to, $12, depending on a lot of different factors. When will regular inventory lab users get access to tactical arbitrage for free? That's coming in early February. I don't know the exact date or time, and it's not going to be automatic. You're going to have to sign up for it. So once it comes out, I'm going to make sure to email and let everybody know. Bad Andy. I had a replacement order come in today for a candle. Buyer says the box was perfect, but candle inside bubble wrap was broke. Do I or can I ask for pictures first, or just trust her and ship a new one? I need to go out and read the replacement terms of service again, but I don't think you really have a choice but to send a replacement. Corey, when's the next OA challenge? I need to learn OA, but really need to plan well ahead to set aside the time. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. So this one's in January. We might do another one in like 3 or 4 months from now, but it's never guaranteed. It just kind of depends on when I can set aside, because it really takes like 21 days for me to get through the whole thing once I handle all the customer service and stuff like that. And so working 21 days straight in, from 6 to 9 at night puts a little hamper on the family. Do you have any thoughts on Cheddar Soft and their lists? So I use the Cheddar Soft software, and I store leads in it. I've got a bank of about 42,000 leads now. Or what are we up to? 42. Or I think we're up to 46,000 leads in there, and I know that not everything is in there. I've probably got another 6 or 8,000 laying around that need to get uploaded. But I don't use their lists, so I can't offer you an opinion on their lists. Have I used Nepeto for retail arbitrage? I have not. I've got access to Seller Amp, Scoutify, Scan Power, Scout IQ. So I've never tried Nepeto or Nepeto. I'm not even sure what they call it. Hey, Chris, should we ignore the whole brand where we found IP on only one product, or just leave that product and consider other products? That one is a bit tough to answer. Usually, I would end up, unless the brand was really big um, and maybe that was just some, bad actor that was filing false IP complaints. Um, I'd have to do some digging. That one's a hard one to answer without me going and doing some research. Rodrigo, it seems that the new policies like bundles or titles are still not working. What do you think? So bundles, you're not really able to create bundles anymore. And the title, I think you might mean multi packs. With multi packs, they haven't taken them down. It doesn't seem. I'm not sure if you can create any listings. I haven't tried because I don't really create listings, but I don't know. We just ordered some one of our replenishable items that we'll put on a multi-pack, but we're definitely not, like, I feel like I could usually buy 100 units, that's pretty deep. Like I feel really good about this one product, but I won't buy any more than 20 at a time just to be on the safe side. Tom, when you order candles, do they usually send them in a way I can just resend to FBA? Not using a prep center currently, a little intimidated with breakable items. So it depends, but I would not count on it. So it depends on where you order them from, but I would never count on it. I want to have my own bubble wrap and boxes at home. They might wrap them up in like brown craft paper, and they might do a really good job putting them into a box. But the people who pack boxes at warehouses, you're not getting like all stars. So I never expect things to be packed really well. Your average FBA or your average billionaire FBA. Hey, what's up? How do you go about paying yourself profits? Well, who told you? Who told you there were profits, sir? No. Do I live off Amazon alone? Amazon can handle all the bills outside of anything else that I do. All right. But my opinion is that you should try to take as little profit as you possibly can if you're looking to grow. If not, you can take a little bit more. But you know, I would choose a percentage that you pay yourself out of every pay period, and then keep that. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. One method that a lot of people really like is the profit first method. I think that's okay-ish, but I am a fan of using just a percentage of your payout to pay yourself, and then try to roll everything else back over. Jerry, yeah, Vico is fantastic. If you're doing a lot of merchant fulfilled, Vico is great. Uh, Rodrigo, I'm still selling all the multi packs and bundles too. Following absolutely. I would just not go super deep. Okay, let's dive in to share my screen here, and let's talk about the tip of the day. So yesterday, someone asked how you could find bundles on Amazon, and what they meant is multi packs, so that you could break them up. Now, I figured that everybody knew this already. So, in my opinion, this is a very simple, a simple method. It's not something hard to do. But we're going to go into the data section of Keepa. We're going to go to the product finder, and there are two different ways that you can do this. All right. Number one, we can come down and we can go to the filter let's see where it's at here. We can go to the filter number of items. Okay. And we'll put in 3 to 6. How about that? And there's 8,280,000 there. I'm going to make this real easy. We're going to go to the grocery category. All right. So we're going to go to the grocery category. And now we're down to 278,000 items. I'm not really worried about rank or anything like that. But I'll tell you what, I am going to say the current rank needs to be above 25,000. And we'll say less than 125,000. That's what we'll do. Oh man, I got a phone call coming from Seattle. That is always that's never a call you want to get. All right. That gets me down to 24,085 products. These should be products that have between 3 and 6 units in them. Now, this is not always incredibly accurate because people don't create listings correctly here. Okay. But we'll take a look here. We're going to go find the products and see what pulls up for us. We've got Ezekiel, pack of 6, Big League Chew. I don't see it there. We've got coconut cream, pack of 3, Jelly Belly s'mores. Okay, so these are working here. All right. So let's see if I know something. That's chocolates. I don't want to do that. I really should have gone higher. I'll tell you what, we'll do this one here. Okay. This is a Monin blueberry syrup. It's mildly sweet. And actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to try to get the best price. We're going to say Amazon's got to be in stock on the item. How about that? So we'll do Um, New offer count. That's not what I'm looking for. Buy box. Ah, here we go. So Amazon out of stock percentage, we're going to go no more than 5% of the time. All right. Now, this is 169 products. These should have Amazon on them quite a bit. Okay. So this first one here, sure enough, Amazon is on this listing. I can buy this for $71.88. It's Folgers Coffee House, medium dark roast. All right. So the easiest thing for us to do is just to grab this title. We're going to open up Amazon and we are going to look for single packs. That's all. We're going to search that. There we go. This is Coffee House Blend and 25.4 ounces. That one was 9.6. No, that was 22.6. Let's do this. We'll do 22.6. And now we just go looking for ones that match. Now, this is a 25.4, so that's not going to work. We're not looking for multi packs. That's a 9.6, 22.6. House blend. Nope, I am not seeing it. 43.5. Wait, hold on. This is the wrong brand. So this is not something we could sell on because it's branded incorrectly. But these are 22.6 each here. Right? No, they're 43.5. Nope, that's not going to work either. So nothing there. But this is how it works. Okay. It's not super sexy. It's not something that's going to be easy, but you go in, you look for the packs, and then you just manually source. Can I find singles or can I buy this 6 pack and can I break it into a pack of 2? Now, the thing you're going to want to look out for is you're going to want to make sure that these are all items that are in there that can be broken apart. Like you can't take something that comes in an overbox and that's part of the actual customer packaging and then break that apart. Okay. But there's another way that you can do this. All right. So if we go back to the filters and we get rid of our numbers in the pack of section, so number of items here, we're going to get rid of these. And instead, we're going to go up to the title. Okay. And in the title here, right up here, in the title field, we're going to put the term pack of. Okay. Now, we could put this in quotation marks to make sure that this is exactly, it's like the phrase is there. It's got to say pack of and then usually a number after. And we can see we're down to 383 products. And if we pop this open, we're going to see pack of 12. All right. Smucker's syrup, pack of 100. All right. Pack of 300. So here's one right here where you might, and you might get yourself into a little trouble with uh, reboxing this kind of stuff, depending on your state law and how this comes. My guess is it's going to come in like a big box. And you could take this 300, which is 93.93, and maybe take it over to something like a pack of 100. Now, this is with Amazon on it, so not a great example, but you'd have to be careful about reboxing these things and need to know your state laws. Okay. Uh, but that's all you do. Okay. Look up pack of, put number of items inside there, and then you go out and you just start manually sourcing and seeing where you can find the singles or turning the 6 pack into 2 packs, et cetera, and so on. That's all it is. Just straight hard work. Okay, let me see here. How do you go back a screen on Keepa with keeping all of your inputs? Every time I hit the back button, everything resets. So what you're looking for is if I hit the back button from right here, it will reset everything and it'll go away. But if I click on this advanced filter button, well, now it keeps all of the things that I put in there, and I'm good to go. Do you use Seller Amp? Seller Amp is one of the tools I have in my arsenal. Yes. On the Folgers listing you just showed, how do you get the pop up below each listing showing rank and other info? That was RevSeller, and that's one of the tools that I use. And if you want to shoot me a message, I can throw you a discount code on that. It's $77 a year with my discount code. It's very inexpensive. Syed, I'm going to save this one for the OA challenge, and we will definitely go over that. We'll talk about discount extensions, apps, etc. I've even got a guide for you guys to show you how to get the absolute lowest price possible, and I'll be sharing that with you as well. All right. I don't see any other questions coming in. If you've got anything else for me before we wrap it up, let me know. Is it safe to give your VAs your Seller Amp and Keepa login? Yeah. What I do with mine is I share it via LastPass, and that's how they get access to that stuff. That way I can remove their access if necessary. I can also change the password anytime I want to if I need to as well. Now, here's something you need to know about Keepa and VAs. Technically, each individual VA is supposed to have their own Keepa. I do not have mine set up that way. I actually pay inside of Keepa. I pay for four or five. I pay for four licenses inside of Keepa, and you're able to do that inside of your settings. Let me double check it here. You go to subscriptions. Yeah. So what you're going to notice here is actually I pay keep a lot of money, much more than the average person here. But what you'll notice here is that I actually pay for three active data subscriptions on Keepa. I thought it was four. So I'm running 567 euro per year for my main account. And then I pay them an extra $51 a month for my API access to do some other things. All right. So I pay them a fair amount. And I've always been able to let my VAs log into the same account as me. My guess is because of the number of data subscriptions that I have. But technically, Keepa's terms of service state that you are supposed to have a different account for each VA or each person on your team. And I know that Seller Amp, I know you can share that with your VA. I don't know how many people they allow. That I'm not sure. I'm levitating. Hey, Chris, based on your experience, how do you see the Amazon seller world prospering with this new presidency? Um, you you mistake me for a man who is more worldly than I am. I don't know. Okay, I unfortunately I just have no idea. Now, are there ideas that are being floated out there that could bode well for the Amazon seller? Yes, absolutely. Like this is a this is a long shot in my opinion, but imagine that federal taxes are canceled and the IRS is done away with. Well, you instantly put that money back in people's pockets. There are going to be other ways that they've got to get it, whether it's through tariffs, which is going to cause higher prices, in the stores, or if it's through a sales tax or whatever it is, you know, that could drive more consumer spending, at least to start out with, until people kind of get used to it. All right. Outside of that, and again, I don't have an opinion on whether that's the right thing to do. I am not. I'm not politically savvy or anything like that, but that's what I would foresee if that were to happen. All the other things, I'm not sure yet. I think it's a wait and see for now. Would around 3,000 work to start up something? Yeah, you could get started with 3,000, no problem at all. How to reach out to me? You can shoot me an email, chris@cleartheshelf.com. Tom, I know you answered this a million times, but how many items a month do I need to do OA to make a prep center make sense? It depends on the prep center. So some prep centers are going to have a very low limit. Some are going to have a higher limit. I would imagine that you're probably going to need to be around 300 units per month to meet most minimums. Can you share around how much you pay per hour for each VA or member? It varies. I have some who've been with me longer than others, and so the pay scale varies. And I don't have anybody currently on staff making more than $6 an hour. That's what I can say, just in case they listen. I don't want to say this is what this person makes and this is what this team member makes, etc. Okay. I just had to let one go. And I've got 3 currently, maybe adding a 4th again back to the team. Probably should. And then we'll be back up to 4. It is possible that Jeff Bezos and Andy Jassy do have a little less trouble with the FTC. I certainly hope that there's no favoritism played and things are done the way that they should be. But that could be something where the FTC says, hey, you know what? Maybe we're gonna throttle back just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. That's not necessarily a good thing for sellers, though. There are some things that probably do need to be policed just a bit from Amazon corporate. All right. That's it, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to feed my kids. My wife is out of town, and so I need to make sure that they stay alive, or she'll kill me when she gets back. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow, Saturday at 5:30 to do this all over again. And remember, the OA challenge starts on Monday at 6:15 p.m. Would love to have you there. Go to oachallenge.com or right below the video or above the video, wherever you're watching. Get registered. It's very inexpensive, but the value is through the roof. I promise it'll be worth every penny that you spend. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow.